Hello students, today I explain electronic configuration. Electronic configuration is essential for competitive examination as well as a school examination. Okay, with the help of this chapter we find out some importance just like lone pair, unpaired, number of bond, valence electron, valency, how many electron present in different orbit, quantum number, etc. Many questions are asking in NEET and engineering examination. Okay, so on the concept of this class, we solve easily to that question which is asking in past year in entrance examination as well as in schooling. Okay, so let us start. This is the nucleus of any atom. This is the nucleus of any atom. Inside the nucleus, neutron and proton are present, but electrons revolve around the nucleus in circular orbit. In circular orbit. Okay, that is called energy level. That is called energy level. Orbit is also called energy level. Okay, innermost part is nucleus. Innermost part is nucleus. Okay, so this is the first orbit, this is the second, this is the third, and this is the fourth. Name of first orbit is K, second is L, third is M, and fourth is N. Okay. In first orbit, S orbital is present. In second orbit, S and P orbital is present. In third, S, P, D, and fourth, S, P, D, F, etc. Yes. Okay. In S orbital, only one suborbital is present. The space where electron is present is called orbital. In orbital, electron is mainly found in suborbital space. So S orbital have only one suborbital, P have 3 suborbital, D have 5 suborbital, and F have 7. Each suborbital contain 2 electron. As for example, this is the electron. Okay. So in case of S orbital, 2 electron is present. In case of P orbital, 6 electrons are present. D 10 electron, F 14 electron. If I ask from your questions, how many electron present in first orbit or K orbit? So your answer is 2 electron. In second orbit, 8 electron. In third orbit, 18. In fourth orbit, 32 electron. Okay. On this data, we calculate number of electron in different orbit, different energy level. Maximum number of electron is equal to 2n square. Where n is number of orbit. On this formula, we calculate maximum number of electron in different orbit. If we put 1, it means first orbit, maximum number of electron 2. If we put 2, then second orbit, maximum number of electron is 8. Okay. Now we explain electronic configuration. Now we explain arrangement of different electron in different orbital. As we know that in first orbit, S orbital is present. In second orbit, S and P. In first orbit, S orbital is present. Second, S and P. Third, S, P, D. Fourth, S, P, D, F. Okay? In fifth, S, P, D. Sixth, S, P, 7, S. This is the common way. This is the common way for writing of electronic configuration. Okay? This is first S, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. Okay? In which orbital electron goes first? That depends on principal quantum number and as well as azimuthal quantum number. Means electron go inside those orbital which has minimum number of principal quantum number. If both value are similar, means n plus l is similar, then in these cases principal quantum number must be seen. If they are in different cases, then n plus l value, minimum n plus l value is needed for going to electron in different orbital. Okay? That is based on electron goes in first S, then electron goes in second S, 2p, then 3s, 3p, then 4s, 3d, 4p, 5s, 4d, 5p, 6s. Okay, on so on. Okay, so we can write 1s. How many electron in s orbital? 2. Second, 2s, 2, 2p, 6, 3s, 2, 3p, 6, 4s, 2, 3d, 10, 4p, 6, etc. Okay. When we write the electronic configuration of, suppose we taking an example sodium atom. We taking an example sodium atom. Suppose sodium have 11 electron and these 11 electron are present in different orbit. So we can write here electronic configuration of sodium 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. Okay? The electron present in outermost orbit is called valence electron. That is, outermost shell is, this is first orbit, this is second orbit, this is third. This is the outermost orbit. This is the outermost orbit. Means the electron present in outermost orbit is called valence electron. Okay? If we find the valence electron, then valency is also calculated on this theory, on this formula. Okay? I gave you a trick. On this trick, we calculate valency in easy way. Okay? In easy way, we calculate the valency. First, you know what is valency. Valency is the combining capacity of any atom for complete the octet. Okay? Means if valence electron, and that is the valency. Okay? If valence electron is 1, valency is 1. Valence electron 2, valency 2. 3, 3, 4. If valence electron is 4, then we calculate valency on the formula 8 minus valence electron is equal to valency. Valence electron 4, valency 4. Valence electron 5, valency 3. We put this value on this formula, then we find out the valency of this. 6 2 7 1 8 0. In case of inert gas, valency of atom is 0. Valency of atom is 0 because inert gas do not combine with other atom in certain condition. In certain condition means you know that inert gas cannot make compound easily. So we calculated this data. If valency is 0 means they cannot make compound. Okay. Third point of view means if atom have single unpaired electron, then they make single bond. Means bond formation. Next, explanation is how many bonds formed by different atom. Means we have data. Number of bond is equal to number of unpaired electron. Number of unpaired electron. Okay. How many electron? Unpaired electron present in nitrogen atom or oxygen atom or fluorine atom. So we explain first of all here. Suppose this is the nitrogen. Atomic number 7. 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. We draw the structure of this suborbital 2s. How many electron present in 2s? 2 electron. This is the structure of 2p. This is the structure of 2p. How many electron? 3 electron. 1, 2, 3. When one suborbital contain 2 electron, then they are calculated as lone pair electron. And if suborbital contain single electron, then they are calculated as unpaired electron. Okay. So in case of nitrogen, lone pair is 1 because this box contain 2 electron, that is 1. How many box contain single electron? That is unpaired electron is equal to 3. 3 box which have single electron, so its unpaired electron is 3. Okay. Next question is, suppose I am asking a questions, how many lone pair, how many unpaired electron in case of sulfur atom. So we solve sulfur atom. Okay. Atomic number of sulfur is, suppose atomic number of sulfur is 16. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p4. Okay. We draw the structure of this orbital. 3s 2 electron, 3p 4 electron. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lone pair is equal to pairing. 2 unpaired electron is equal to 2. Any atom which contain unpaired electron, they can take part in bond formation. Okay. So sulfur made 2 bond. In previous question, nitrogen made 3 bond. That is not the borderline for bond formation, because bond formation is also depends on other theory. Okay. If vacant orbitals are present in orbit, then their bond formation is increases. As for example, suppose nitrogen, we taking an example nitrogen and phosphorus. Okay. Both have 3 unpaired electron. Both have 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p3. Okay. Both have similar number of unpaired electron, but in case of phosphorus they make 5 bond, but in case of nitrogen they make 3 bond. Okay, means today we explain how many bonds formed by nitrogen and phosphorus atom. As we know that first orbit S, second sp, third sp d. In case of phosphorus atom, 3d orbital is present, but there is no any electron present in d orbital. But certain condition, when we give temperature, a rise temperature, then this electron 3s electron goes inside the 3d orbital. Okay, 3s electron, suppose we heated, we give the rise the temperature, then this electron goes inside the orbital. So number of unpaired electron is increases when this electron goes towards 3d orbital. Then their number of unpaired electron increases and they make 5 bond. But in case of nitrogen, that is impossible, because in second orbit d orbital is absent. So this condition is not occurred in case of nitrogen atom. Okay, second is quantum number and types of bond. If atoms are metal, then it form metallic bond, then it form ionic bond. If bond formation takes place between non-metal, then covalent bond takes place. Covalent bond formation takes place. So for bond formation, you watch our next video, and you like our video, subscribe also.